We return to the world of IDW Sonic. Today we take a look at issue 9 and the beginning of a new story arc, the battle for Angel Island. This event has been building up for the past 8 issues, and now we're about to see the payoff. Here's what you need to know so far, and of course, spoilers from this point forward. The past 8 issues had Sonic traveling to various towns and saving them from reorganizing badniks, often teaming up with a game character, mainly to reveal, yeah, they're here. Plus there was the introduction of new comic exclusive characters. During his travels, Sonic learned what happened to his arch nemesis, Dr. Eggman. After their last battle, he got a case of amnesia and is currently a handyman named Mr. Tinker. There is an implication that he's slowly regaining his memories, or he never lost them in the first place and is taking advantage of a village for his own plans. Regardless, he's out of the picture for now. Instead, our true villain for the moment is Metal Sonic, upgraded back to Neo Metal mode by Eggman to be used as a trump card in the previously mentioned last battle, but it was too late. Now Neo Metal's running the Empire while looking for Eggman. The Doctor made sure it would remain loyal to him, unlike in Sonic Heroes. Neo Metal's current plan is conquering Angel Island. It learned it was vulnerable while spying on Sonic and Knuckles in issue 3. Eventually, our heroes learned of the conquest and begin planning their next move. We start with Neo Metal Sonic sitting on its makeshift Master Emerald throne, monologuing that it has used the Egg Fleet to conquer the island and secure the Master Emerald. It's paying the heroes to come because they have something that'll complete its ascension. Oh dear. Speaking of the heroes, we move on to Resistance HQ where everyone is gathered. And by everyone, I mean Sonic and every friend and ally he's encountered in the past 8 issues. Amy lays out the plan. The group will split off into 3 teams with 2 of them attacking and breaking the Egg Fleet's hold on the island. The Egg Fleet has more or less been converted into a pair of wings for Angel Island, while the third team focuses on the Eggman statue area, which is actually the structure where Neo Metal Sonic and the Master Emerald are located. Knuckles naturally wants to be on Team 3. Blaze offers a direct approach. Have her confront Neo Metal Sonic as Burning Blaze. Yep, she brought the Soul Emeralds. Actually, it's how she came to Sonic's world in the first place. Tails doesn't think it's a good idea. Not because the Master Emerald can cancel out the Soul Emeralds. In fact, Knuckles states it cannot affect them, probably due to them being from another dimension. The problem Tails points out is, Neo Metal might copy Blaze's bio data, which I think we could all agree would be very, very bad. With that settled, the group boards an airship bound for Angel Island. En route, Sonic checks up on Whisper before moving on to the bridge. Shadow, Rouge, Amy, and Blaze are also in the room, and Whisper is eyeing Shadow. Amy and Blaze commenting on Whisper allows Amy to point out how far Blaze has come since their first meeting. The events of Sonic Rush did happen in this continuity, and if you are familiar with the story of that game, then you'll understand Blaze's development. Elsewhere, we have Tangle, Silver, and the Chaotix playing cards, with Tangle using her tail to cheat, I might add. Knuckles is nearby and doesn't want to join in despite Vector's insistence. Yeah, Vector, Knuckles is understandably preoccupied. On the bridge, Tails lets Sonic know they're approaching Angel Island when the airship is suddenly bombarded with Egg Fleet fire. Time for the teams to deploy. I didn't reveal who's on what team. Team 1 consists of Burning Blaze, and no one else. Considering her actions against one of the Egg Fleet's wings, yeah, that's pretty justifiable. Team 3 is Sonic and Knuckles. They head out on airboards towards the Eggman statue structure. We'll catch up with them later. That means Team 2, by process of elimination, is everyone else. Tails sets their damaged airship to collide into the other Egg Fleet wing. Of course, everyone got out before the boom. Because Team 2 is large, Amy begins delegating tasks like Silver, smash things, and Tangle and Whisper defend Tails while he does smart stuff. And wouldn't you know it, Shadow went AWOL. Bottom line, Team 2's just winging it. Sonic and Knuckles, well, mainly Knuckles, break into the structure to confront Neo Metal Sonic. Given that everyone else is engaging the Egg Fleet and Burning Blaze will help the others once she finishes her section, this conflict should be over relatively soon. Sonic and Knuckles would have a hard time beating Neo Metal Sonic, especially since Neo Metal copied Sonic's bio data in issue 7, and there's the chance it could get Knuckles' bio data during the fight. But I think Shadow will appear to give our heroes the edge and help them win the day. Though there's something familiar about this. The upcoming battle involves Knuckles fighting to save Angel Island against a robotic robotic version of Sonic that has taken control of the Master Emerald? Oh no. Yeah, the issue ends with the robotic doppelganger becoming Super Neo Metal Sonic. Things just got complicated. We're now seeing the payoff I briefly mentioned in the intro section. Many of the plot threads that we've seen since the first issue, and many of the characters Sonic and the reader encountered, were building up to this arc. In a way, it was good it was done in this manner. With all the setup done in 8 issues, we can jump into the action with issue 9. At the same time, the issue can serve as a jump-on point for Sonic fans who might not have heard of the comic, and they're out there, or fans who have heard of the comic but didn't want to check it out for a multitude of reasons. They would see a bunch of familiar characters taking on a familiar enemy using assets and settings they're familiar with. There are a couple of comic exclusive characters among the heroes' ranks, but we get a brief glimpse into their skills. Perhaps that would entice the new readers to check out the previous issues to see how it all comes together, especially now that the first 4 issues are out in graphic novel format. What might help draw people's interest are the covers. I know what some of you are thinking, no freaking duh, dude. Just hear me out. And for the record, I don't normally talk about covers in these reviews. Cover A, or the primary cover, has an image of Neo Metal Sonic blocking punches provided by Sonic and Knuckles, who are reflected on its face. Doesn't that pique your curiosity? Also, I wanted to talk about how this cover reminded me of Archie's Sonic Universe issue 50's cover, with Metal Sonic looking intimidating and a reflection of Sonic on the casing. I wonder if artist Lamar Wells took inspiration from that cover and applied it to cover A. Speaking of things drawn from other sources, again, sorry, the scenes with the Resistance members on the airship before reaching Angel Island. It reminds me of Worlds Unite. For those unaware, when Archie Comics had the Sonic and Megaman license, they had a couple of crossover events with those 2 franchises. Worlds Unite was the second one, and it featured scenes of characters interacting with each other leisurely before the big battle. It was also written by Ian Flynn if you want to know. Now come to think of it, there were similar plot beats to that story that were in this one. Heroes are on an airship flying towards a floating landmass controlled by a powerful robot. Said airship even gets destroyed. It isn't uncommon for writers to reuse plot beats, but at least in this issue, it isn't overcrowded with characters. Knuckles' behavior is 100% justified. He was tasked with guarding the Master Emerald and left that post to become Resistance leader. I didn't reveal this last time, but Knuckles hid the emerald so he can leave the island to be the Resistance leader. But as you can see, it wasn't enough. I suspect when this arc is over, Knuckles will resume his guardian duties. Amy's strategic decisions can be summed up to, here's what we got available, let's wing it. I think it was done to prevent her being compared to another Sonic comic strategist. Whether it succeeded is up to the individual. If you count the events of Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure, Blaze has come a long way. She's a responsible guardian of the Soul Emeralds and considers the others her friends, but she still has that pesky fear of heights. Whisper is an interesting case. I appreciate Sonic checking in on her, but there is this bit of her eyes opening up at Shadow. The only other time she did that was when she was about to smash an Eggman computer. Does this mean she had a bad experience with Shadow? Or perhaps a Phantom Ruby illusion of Shadow and she couldn't tell the difference due to her isolationist nature? Or is it something else entirely? Tangles shows she can use her tail for practical purposes, and her fangirling of Blaze increased during the Soul Emerald demonstration. Everyone else is there, except for Shadow. I wonder what that means. Super Neo Metal Sonic. Well, I figured since it was perched above the Master Emerald, something like this might happen. I've read somewhere that Ian and other parties were not fans of this form from Sonic Heroes, and I assume he's allowed by Sega to do this. The reason it can become super? Well, we've seen machines powered up by the Master Emerald before, but it may also have something to do with having Sonic's biodata. I'm just speculating at this point. The art for the most part is good, though as people have pointed out, there is an error right here. Unless Silver gained the power of body distortion. So far, we're off to a good start with this arc, and while the heroes seem to be winning, there is now Super Neo Metal Sonic to contend with. We'll see what it's capable of next month. I see another line from a song is present, one I'm made of in this case. I wonder if other characters will say lyrics from their songs, like Tails saying, "I want to fly high," or Knuckles saying, "Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle."